Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So in the last episode, went on a mission here. I see dupes are returning. They're going to be back in less than a cycle, but I've started to explore this asteroid for the purpose of getting Sleet Wheat. What is happening down here? Oh boy. It's been very interesting trying to get through here. A couple times this turned to steam. And in a few cases, and just like the moment, we're getting some liquid. Not the dupes, the rovers, with the remainder of their time, they're just throwing some of the material that's down there into this bin. But we got through. We had this liquid airlock, so we've got atmosphere on this side, maintaining a vacuum so far on that side. We got Sleet Wheat, onboarded that into the rocket, a few pieces that are remaining. But that's all right. And we got a lot of the critters that are here. So Sweetles, left one or two around just in case I need to go back. But let's look inside that rocket as those dupes board Morpheus. Yeah, there's the Sweetles. And I've got my Sleet Wheat stored down here. So I'm going to be very excited to have this arrive. And okay, I did cut this. Oh, that's right, it didn't matter. I was thinking, am I leaking water into space? But because of this logic, this has happened to me before, but with this little guy here, star location thing, I can actually disable anything that goes out, so that does not happen. Okay. Alright, well, let's get to the project for today. See some data banks being made. It's idleness over here. We want to get some natural gas. And earlier, I leaked quite a bit of it from this geyser. So the goal is now to go over here, pick up this natural gas, and bring it back home. Plus, set up the infrastructure over here for a gas range. Building the gas range itself is going to be the easy part. All I need is to click on this, and I will simply throw it right there. It needs some power. It needs some stuff to cook with. It's connected to the auto sweeper, which can grab ingredients. I'm going to need to have this auto sweeper. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. So anything that's cooked can be put in my storage area, and that's about it, apart from the natural gas. That's more the complicated bit. One thing I absolutely want to make sure that I do is get some of these critters that are on board dropped off as quick as possible. I want them to be... Why did I have this door here? It would be nice if they weren't... Oh, that was just to keep the pips trapped in here while they're planting. I don't need this anymore. So we'll get rid of that. The other thing, let's make sure I go on Morpheus and disable this so that when I wrangle these guys, they don't just get dropped off back in the rocket again. We also have the eggs to be taken out as well, so let's put a temporary bin for doing that. I see the mission control station is working. I'm getting a speed boost, which is adding a little bit of propellant, I guess, towards our landing. So we're going to be there in 0.2 cycles now. So we're just seconds away from watching the dupes arrive. Noticing this rocket here has changed places. I think that's because there was a buried object right there, which might indicate that we need bunker tiles. Maybe I'll put one here and one here. Oh, right. Let's have a look at this. This was an experimental area to do protection. Okay, actually, before that, let's do the important stuff. Let's go in here. I will tell the dupes not to put anything in the fridges for the time being. You can see we can do a little bit of mopping up. We will put this into the grounded state. Can throw this on the ground. Same thing with this. I'm going to say the highest priority is wrangling these critters and getting the eggs off. One managed to fall down here. So I don't think I actually... No, that's right. Okay, so we will drop both these types of critters off here at high priority. We'll also collect the eggs. I think there was a grub as well. Do that. We should see some dupes that have critter wrangling going into the rockets. Let's see, what are they doing? They're picking up some eggs. Yep, that's right. You can do that. There's some meat on there. I'm going to make sure I remove those eggs from the bin after everything's been collected. Just looking at the radiation from the bunker tile, it's a little bit weaker than igneous rock, but pretty similar. So with that experiment completed, we can get rid of that. Just realized if you hadn't seen the last episode, this one is a metal tile made of lead. This one is plastic, and I decided plastic would be really good for building tiles for radiation protection. So I want to make sure the dupes can get up here. Let's just make it easy for them. If we are going to have these doors, we definitely want to have an ability to control them. So we're going to put these and make that out of steel. We're also going to make some wires like that, make that out of steel. We'll also put in some power. Again, make that out of steel for the first little bit, and then we can use lead from further down. And also make sure the dupes can actually access this location. What am I doing? I want conductive wire. Out of lead. And we'll just connect into this. Let's take the time to remove the eggs. There we are. Got a grub egg and some sweetle eggs. I only see one. No, there's two. Make three. They're making their way off. Let's just make sure they're happy. Okay, they're not complaining about being confined or anything. That's good. So I happen to do some re-wrangling. I'm not entirely sure why. But we will try this again. At least one critter is being removed. We need... Why? Oh, okay, they're wrangled and they just fell down. Okay. Let's get them off this rocket. Are they currently... Oh, and I see more eggs. Let's move that off the rocket this way then. Let's see, we're just going to put one here. Well, it could be hard to look for eggs, so maybe I will find another way, but let's get the one that I at least see. Like that. Off the rocket. A little puzzled on what is happening here. Do these critters just break free really quickly? Try this again. So Chef is idle. I see one critter being... Why? are you not picking up this Sweetle then, Chef? If maybe someone else is on the way. But this is just landed there. Chef, you could go do that. Someone else, someone's picking up the egg. So we've got this guy here. Is he going to break free? Or someone picks him up? How quickly do you have to get on removing these critters? Wow. What are you guys doing? Hold on, hold on. Gonna drop off. Oh, maybe it has something to do with that. Let's go on the rockets. Maybe I should have temporarily kept that door there. Oh, up here. Did I send someone? Oh, okay, let's get a rover down. Alright, with them down on the way, I can look in Morpheus and get... Hopefully people start removing... Well, maybe we have more than 40. Is it possible? It says storing 7 of 40, meaning that I should be able to drop stuff off, right? And they started dropping stuff off. How about we temporarily put the store in and see what that does? The store is now going in, so what reading do we get? 8 of 40. Now do I see some critters being removed? To re-wrangle again. They break through really really quick. Guys are making it difficult to get yourself off this rocket. 2 down here. Now you guys need to pick these guys up. And take them into our asteroid, please. They're starting to accumulate. They're not happy while they're here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Jeez, they break free really quick. Like, really? Wow. I wonder if it makes more sense to do the move command. I don't know if that chains the actions. The dupes will pick it up right away, but let's try. Let's see if I get any more success with doing this. I've got idle dupes. Is it possibly because only one dupe at a time will drop something off? Okay, I'm just going to go... Okay, so now there are at least not too many on the rocket, so they're not unhappy, but I still want to get them off the rocket. Whole point of having them here is to tend to my growing crops. There's that critter. Let's do the same for you. I see some water. Could be mopped up. Move you over here. Oh, we don't have enough steel. I can start to produce more. My metal refinery, waiting for some steel. Now we're short some iron. Oh. We've got iron ore. Let's produce some of that. Are we still having issues? We're slowly getting them off. But let's move this one out as well. The other thing that I've got planned today is to plant the sleet wheat that we've collected. Do that. We got a trap area where I can get a pip to stay in. I'm going to put the first piece right here. Let's see, how do I best do this? Take this out for now. I'm going to put some of these guys down. Just where I don't want the pips to plant right away. Oh, what is going... Oh, I see. So I'll move this one over by one. While some of the dupes aren't working on that, let's look inside a rocket. Still waiting for a few of these to be moved. See, Rancher is on that one. Baker is on this. I'm going to watch to see if they do this in one action. So it's been dropped off. Then it's being picked up right away. That is maybe the... Nope, that's not what they did. These guys are frustrating to work with. I was not expecting to have this kind of problem. Do the same thing here. Wrangle, wrangle, wrangle. Let's go look inside the base. Now 13 to 40. High priority thing. We've got Sweetle, Sweetle. I mean, it's not as much of a rush since they're not in a bad mood, but the whole point is, again, to have them in our farm. What is going on? That's set to move. Okay, well, I'll just keep trying. One thing that I want to make sure that we do is get all the seeds that I don't want to plant down here. And I want to get the seeds that I do want to plant, so that's a sleet wheat. Oh, I think I built the wrong storage type, didn't I? I will build ration box. But over here, we're going to say anything that's a seed at high priority and is marked swept, put in there. Basically, I want to remove any seeds from here. I see other material going, possibly happy to go somewhere else. I wonder if that's in Morpheus. Whoa. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. That was forgotten. I wonder, is there some way to fit this with logic with this here? Or maybe I can make it different. This one is basically saying in space, I want it to be like when I'm home, don't be enabled. That's the logic I want. I think this is showing this needs to be done sooner than later. Let's put this logic right there with, so basically, I think I want not gate. That is it wasn't the Sweetles. I don't believe. It was, the suits. Okay. I'm also gonna check to make sure that I've been replacing, a little bit of a cleanup. placing these. Auto sweeper is helping out. Okay, that's nice. But let's finish this because I can see this happening again if I don't automate. It is curious to me where certain things are going. I see this like dirt, for instance. Where is that going? If I up the priority, I can convince someone to pick it up and I'll follow them. Oh wait, you're picking up nuclear. Okay, nuclear waste, I understand. That has its own storage area. But we're gonna click on you. And I'm going to find out where you were going. I could actually see their trail, but we'll follow their walking path. Oh, what happened there? Probably going to the rocket. I'm almost certain that I just have... a bit... Oh, yeah. Just like that. Okay, maybe... that solved our issue. Though I still see some ice. Well, I'm assuming I've got all the seeds here anyway, so you know what? Let's just cancel that. But do we get... Oh, no, we didn't. We had to change the bin. I need to get the sleet wheat off the rocket. Do that at high priority. Oh, whoops. Let me just re-put these down. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And let's look at any other wild plants that might be in the way. Think we are good. Well, let's get a pip in here. Move you here. And I will add a second one. And perhaps one more, for good measure. Expecting to see dupes here, picking up the sleet wheat soon. Okay, I don't know what, in space, not space, in space. So basically, if I'm not here, I want this to be disabled. I believe that is... I don't know if I've got a... One thing I'm confused, do I have to enable this? Hold on, if I were to take this off... I think so. I think I have to set that to be enabled and it'll just be running based off the logic. Gonna dupe here to enable this. So with this, I've disabled this. And then if I were to be, let's say, on another world. So that's gonna send a true signal. So green signal, red signal, disable buildings. So I'm thinking that is the logics. Basically when I'm home, technically when I'm in space, so it doesn't really matter. This will be disabled, though that kind of doesn't make sense, just leave that off. Has our sleet wheat been moved while I've been focusing on that? It has. Don't know if pips actually attack the ration box like they do the bins. I've never seen that before, but so I'll make sure that gets emptied. And we'll wait for the first 3 pieces of sleet wheat to be planted. Doing a check to see if we've got any more critters to be re-wrangled. We do. Any up here. Also going to do a large select of all the places. And then I'm going to go on the rocket and I'm going to say basically give me sweep only, but give me any critter eggs that you might have on the rocket. And then drop them off in the bin. Whoa, okay. I think we finally Got the sleet wheat, the little sweetles off the rocket. Let's just make sure that any eggs... Okay, there were no more eggs left. We can get rid of this. How are they doing? They're cramped. Okay, let's quickly uncramp their living area. Let's go down here and see if the first pieces of sleet wheat have been planted. They have not. Just spotted the first pip planting the first sleet wheat on this asteroid. That is fantastic. It is growing. They are slow growing plants. Continue that, pips, please. So now that we've got this door removed, these guys are happy, at least not crammed. And let's have a look to see if any of these... We've got Sweetle tending on that one, Sweetle tending on that one. So the we're going to be producing more lettuce. At this point, I wouldn't mind having some attending to these guys. So we'll move a few of them down here. Let's bring 4. 1, 2, 3, and I'm not in a rush. So I'll just let the dupes do that when they've got some time. Did not take long to plant 3 of these things, so I will disable this and we'll continue along. Next preparation I want to do is to remove the carbon dioxide. Oh, that's right, my rocket is on the other side. I want to remove all the carbon dioxide that's here. Oh, never mind, it already is. Well, because what I wanted to do was store some natural gas there so I can go on our mission. I guess I'm already ahead of myself without even realizing it. The only other thing... Do I refactor this area? I think so. I have a thought about how I'm going to do this. I'm going to change this out. So I've got a storage area that's kind of confined to itself. Then we'll head over to this asteroid to collect some natural gas. Or I get experimenting. Now this could be absolutely disastrous if I forget to disconnect this. So please, Jer, don't forget that. But my thinking is I'm going to be poking some holes in here, so there's no point trying to fill this with oxygen while I'm in the process of doing a little bit of refactoring around here. But let's see. Let's look at what I have over here. Auto sweeper doesn't actually have access to something that's a diagonal. It has something below. So imagine the fridge being there. It's basically the setup I want. I figure we'll go to the far left side. We'll get rid of this tile first. Get rid of... Actually, you know what? We'll get rid of... Maybe not get rid of, but we'll disable you. What's the quickest way? I'll just hit disable building. Take these out as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So currently we are exposed to space. Let's start filling these back in. And I want to think about this. Never actually built this specific design inside a rocket before, but it really shouldn't be any different, right, from what I would put on the base. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to take this out just so that we can get... Actually, hold on. I don't need to do that. Instead, I'm just going to continue the path like that, though there is carbon dioxide there. That's going to be... we don't want any carbon dioxide anyway. I'm going to use hydrogen for this setup, so that doesn't really matter. So I think I need 3 tiles exposed. I might change this as we go, but hold on. Let's go look at the progress the pips are making. Because maybe they planted their 4th pip, or 4th plant. They did. Okay. With that, let's go back on this rocket. I will want to create this there. Now, I want to create a vacuum before the hydrogen goes in. Otherwise, I'll need a pump. If I had have done this initially, it would have been easier because that's what I start with. But, let me think. After thinking about this for a little bit, I don't think I could put in a liquid airlock. Oh, what's that? Polluted water. I could put in a liquid airlock, create a vacuum, which would be pretty easy with these tiles. I also wonder how quickly this whole area is going to become a vacuum. I suspect a while. So, you know what might just be easier? Let's just use, as long as we use the miniaturized version, what's the matter? Where is that going? It's just going to go out into the rocket itself. That's fine. We can do that. It's going to need some power. Connect that up like that. Connect that further together later on. What do we got here? Hydrogen line going through. That's the coolant line, right? Now, I want to keep this area very cool, so this temperature gas is not really what we're aiming for. So maybe what I'll do is I'll reroute this in this direction. Get rid of these few tiles. Now, this means everything's going to be moved over. Just ignore the water for the time being. But I don't want it to be in here. You know what? Boom. It will just be leaked out in space. Oh, charcoal. So, I'm going to get a fridge. We'll store the fridge right there. And I just want one other component. That's this guy. That's going to essentially control this. We'll have that go up. Oh, one other thing. We need a way to get the hydrogen in. Let's not forget that. Got some hydrogen inside this rocket. I may need to load some more. We'll see how this goes. So that's not where that's going to be. I can already tell. Gotta have this exposed. I'm going to put that like that. Let's put in some of our charcoal tiles. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Otherwise, this is not going to work. I'll get rid of that one, and then we'll insulate right here. So the idea is, let's see. Let's get rid of that automation wire. So I'm going to have them autos. Hold on. Let's go and check on these guys. Good job, Pips. Okay, back on the rockets. And the auto sweeper, I believe, is... Yep, there it is. So the auto sweeper can access the bottom of that fridge even when we seal this off, but we don't want to do that just yet. Thought a good while about this. I've got an issue. I've got to get gases out, right? And I've got to get radiant pipe in here. Forgot the radiant bit, because we need to cool this guy off. But I need a line to load in hydrogen, line to take stuff out. I'm wondering if I should have actually gone with the liquid airlock idea, because this guy's kind of in the way. What is that? That's my cooling line. Which... You know what? Let's not go this way for removing this. Because I can temporarily go in this direction, vent out, Where does that? That just goes into the rocket itself, yeah. So I'll vent out that, and then I'll reconnect this later. No, this gets connected here. I need this. And I'll reconnect this. So this is only temporary, which means if I did that, now I've got the issue of I've got to somehow get radiant pipes. Oh, you know what I can do? This is a bit strange. I'm going to put automation wire on this with a switch. And I could turn this off. Whew, okay, let me think. That means if I make these two here a radiant pipe. Let's see, what are the choices I've got? I'll use... Do I have aluminum? I'll use some aluminum right here and here. If I did that... What is this? This line here is no longer needed, so I can get rid of that. I can put in more radiant pipe. Excellent. Here and here. And then from this side on, we'll insulate. And then my cooling line can go in and out of there. Okay. I think that might just work. We'll see. Lots of liquid on here. How much exactly? We're in the grams for both. Where's that coming from? We have some ice melting somewheres, right? But everyone's wearing ammo suits on the rocket. I'll deal with that another time. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing we've got a natural, but it's there, a liquid airlock at the moment. If I filled this tile in, I would actually already have a vacuum, which means this whole section isn't even needed, which is kind of cool. So maybe I push this whole thing back, and I can do that as long as I fill this in with something. Let's connect our hydrogen line, cooling line going... Oh, hold on, that's not right. It's supposed to be like that. There we go. So that's a hydrogen line that can actually go back to normal. I can actually push this in a little bit more. Take that out, did I? We'll get our radiant pipe made out of aluminum going around like this. I'll push this back with this guy as well. And I'm thinking of having the cooling system to the left, so once I've got this thermo sensor sitting right... Oh, I don't want to go through the fridge, though. We'll go across like that. How about? This plan was going to work if this actually maintained itself, which it did not. We've got a little bit of oxygen here. What if I just made such a big gap that there's no chance of not being an oxygen in this area? Otherwise, I could build a tile and have liquid sit there at diagonal. Just cleaning the floor in here before we seal this off. I believe we are now ready to seal this area off. Hold off. I'm going to destroy this tile, but actually just realized I don't want the gases to go in. Let's make sure we've got a vacuum. That is looking pretty good, actually. We've got our logic component to be able to turn this off when we've got enough. In fact, once it overpressures, is there even a point of that, actually? Maybe not. Maybe that's pointless. Anyway, it's there. There's the temperature gauge, which tells us when to stop cooling. We need that. And, of course, the fridge itself. And the cooling line, that's going to go through it. I guess technically we don't need these to be radiant at this point anymore. Nearly complete the first room of Sleet Wheat. Engineer is just sealing this off, changing that pipe for us. Okay, there it is. So, what do I need to do now? I need to get rid of this tile. Actually, let's just do this instead. And I'll fill this in as well. And we need a cooling device. It's under utility thermoregulator. Stick that right there. If we hold on, what's stopping us? Oh, that button. I don't think we need that button actually. Initially we will, won't we? Let's just cancel that destruction. Okay, let's load in hydrogen. Let's do that first then. That's sending hydrogen in. We'll keep going until this area is filled up, which shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Gas vent overpressured already, fantastic. So, at this point we can get rid of the button. Where did that go? Engineer, you're in the way, I think. We need pipe solid. Wait a minute, did I destroy? Oh no, it's right there. Okay, so let's get rid of that. With that, let's go over quick to see if we can move on to the last tile. We can. Okay, so now we got to start moving sub-pips over. Oh, hold on, before I do that, let's do this to stop them from planting over here early. Seeds should have already been cleared. Just curious, where are you going with that ice? Oh. I did. Okay, yeah, it's probably a bad idea. It's probably a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Because otherwise I'm gonna have ice that just continues to melt. That's too many things going on at once. Let's move this over there. We'll move a few pips over. 1, 2, and let's start with 3. Okay, start with that. We've got to get that ice out of that zone. So what I'm going to say is right here. This area's overflowing just a bit, but let's put in anything that's liquefiable in this spot. Just get, maybe not that spot actually. Maybe more like down here and out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna put in thermoregulator. It's gonna go right there. See, disconnect this. That needs some power. So this logic needs to be set up. Let's get this connected first. But we need some logic automation wire set up from here to here. That's pretty easy. We will go ahead and put in the auto sweeper, which is going to sit right there. Then we need another fridge that the dupes can use. That's going to go right there. This one, I didn't really think about it, but that's not going to be in carbon dioxide. Unless, how would I even, unless I put a tile right here? Do I bother with that? Unless, maybe, I move this over by 1, and I put this right here, and I destroy this tile. And bring the fridge down 1 so that there's a chance it can sit in carbon dioxide. Probably didn't need the ration box. I'm just going to simply say move this over here. Let's see this bin here. So I want to say anything that's swept and liquefiable, put down here for us. I don't know if you can actually search a whole category. We'll do that. High priority. And just where I was dropping off some of that ice, I'm going to do a mass select here. Don't actually see if there is any, but okay. Okay, let's fill that tile right there. That's where the other fridge is going to be. Put that right like that. Now that fridge needs to be powered up. This is having me think, actually. I'm pretty sure I did, but let's check on the main base. Did I power up? I don't always power fridges, depending on if it's in a frozen area. Yeah, these guys were meant to be plugged in. At least the first one is. Alright, well, good I thought of that. Okay, so is this it? I think I need to change some piping here. This needs to be insulated like that. That's not connected to that anymore. Did that cause like a backup, I guess? This needs some power. Maybe I'll know once that's connected. See a single... Oh, that's fine. Did I put some power line right there? What is that? Conductive wire. Alright, well, whatever. That is staying in there. Not a problem. Wonder if that... Oh, maybe that's when I put the gas pump. Tried that method. Well, if we seal up this tile first, that's going to stop the leak of gas. So maybe we should do that. Well, there we are. Engineer going to the top level, do some construction up there, and then inefficiently down to the bottom level to do some construction down there. And back to the top. Okay, so this guy's plugged in. Pipe is blocked. We just unfortunately have too much. How do I easily do this? How do I trick it? What if I did this? And then... Like just stopped it right there. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Let's make sure this is set to appropriate value. Like minus, I don't know, 25? If it's above minus 25, you can run. You're just gonna run forever. So I'll make sure that's connected. Okay, I think that is it. Well, no, there were a couple pieces, but you're on your supper break. That's alright. Let's restore the oxygen line. Do not want to have that to be forgotten. There we are. So we will resupply that. We got our hydrogen going round. Look at the overall hydrogen. Do we lose much? Are we siphoned off? See a few holes. Temperature here. We're pretty comfortable. Probably due to a lot of the ice that has melted, though. Okay, so we've got our vacuum here, so we can store some natural gas. Just need to wait for a couple more people. Well, technically that's not necessary. And I will, but how am I supposed to load food in? Oh, the auto sweeper will. I can dump food here, but the auto sweeper will put it here. Okay, I see. Alright, well, I guess this area will wait for this to be cooled off, which shouldn't take too long, before I put some food in there. Just curious how much oxygen I lost in this process. Let's also make sure if we're going to prepare this rocket, we do some mopping. I know what I should do. I should look for anything that's liquefiable, like ice for... Ah-ha! Where are you? And if I do that and I click on this... Is it found? That is brine. I'm expecting to see... Wait, try that again. Click on ice. Oh, it's down there. Try that again. Click on ice. I want to hit... Oh, it's in multiple places. Oh, you know what? I'll just simply select everything. And shouldn't that mean that it's going to be brought way down here? I think that should happen. So that will stop getting a leak on this rocket. Got the first sleet wheat on this side of things. Bring another pip or two over. Technically, why can't I start on this section with a different set of pips? If I can at least split the sleet wheat that is. But this is 4, right? I just didn't put in normal tiles in between. Cross like that. That way I can just put in 3 here. Another 3 there. And I see some sleet wheat. Oh, 1 piece. Well, we can at least get started with that. I'm going to take one of these guys and move them down here. Oh, hold on. I know what a pip's going to do. If they can put something in a wrong place for you, then they will. So I was seeing this thermoregulator running for a bit. Now that I see hydrogen in there, I think this should be more efficient. I guess it's time. Let's see, how much calories do we have on the base? And barbecue meat in particular. Let's check to make sure these stables, everyone is looking good. So we have future meat production. Primarily that's coming from Druckos. Okay, so with that, what did I do last time? I think it was 20. Yeah, I underestimated how much I needed, and then I think for the last second decided I needed more, which was so smart. Anyway, let's get some barbecue meat, 28 kilograms, which is going to equal 80,000. You know what? Give me another 10. I think this, I'm pretty certain this next mission is going to be much shorter. Barbecue meats. But, oh no, you guys are too efficient. Please don't do that. You're not dropping it there. Are you just eating? If you're eating it, that's okay. You take a piece. Yo, just put it in the fridge. Yeah. Okay, so we've got 80. Let's just start with 80,000. Put that on the fridge. Or in the rocket. So if I drop that right here, and I say, you know what? I'm going to store barbecue meat. I don't think there's a point of having a limit. Here, I'm going to say... well, you know what? We'll disable this for now. Hopefully I remember to put some food in here via the auto sweeper. Otherwise, the dupes that are on this rocket will not be able to eat. I'm assuming the ice is gone. Yeah, look at that. Okay, okay. Cancel all this. Oh. I didn't think of that through, did I now? Unless it's still being dropped off anyways. Or we've got a huge amount of barbecue meat on the floor somewhere. Let's see. Anyone on the way to the rocket? I don't know what happens when you cancel when they're... Let's go have a look. Oh, they made it to this. Ah, that's hilarious. Okay, yeah, so when you cancel a move too, they just drop it right where it is. That, I was worried about that being left somewhere random inside the base. So let's dump it there at high priority. Let's check on... Hold on, let's watch this happen. So Auto Sweeper is going to put it in here. So there is some food that is inside the rockets. That is amazing. Okay, and then we've got an Auto Sweeper to load in here, but we're not going to do that just yet. What to do next? What to do? Oh, let's check on some of these pips. Waiting for that to be planted. And we can cancel this over here. Oh, I see a pip has been up here. But I'm probably not what I want. Because that's just going to cause an explosion of hydrogen. And we've got enough hydrogen anyway. But let's see, do I block off this area for a pit? Oh no, what makes sense actually? Let's put a bin, we'll put it way over here. Where the pips can't... Oh yeah, because the pips can't get there. I'll just put it right there. Then I'll put the Saturn critter traps just so pips don't unexpectedly put that plant somewhere like they did just here. Another thing that got mixed up with this little rocket switcheroo is we're not actually connected to the grid in the base. One final thing, this might be an area that we want to cool down in particular. So let's put some radiant pipes like this, and oh my goodness, this is a mess. We can get rid of that bridge. We'll start with that. We'll go down in this way and make our way up. Technically, why don't I just go directly through? Let's skip that whole thing. Like that. Let's see why not. Okay, I'm definitely noticing melting right here. Yet, when I select this, nothing's being picked up. I mean, we'll do a mop. This is just causing a mess everywhere. Oh, wait, are you picking up ice? Oh. Oh, behind all this red, there was one that actually was, is there as ice. Oh, are you picking up ice as well? Thank you. Thank you so much. I see I've got another thimbleweed seed. Let's move that over here, and I'll move a pip in that room as well. This is not at all what I had in mind, but I did intend to cut this to change the order. And we can start cleaning up some of these old pipes. A little bit of extra hydrogen can be replenished at some point along the path. Okay. I think we've got everything now to go on a mission. See if the dupes arrive. The only thing is... yeah, there's a bit of a logic issue I'm having here, because when the dupes arrive, I want them to take their suits off without having to manually do that. There's nothing that says when something's grounded versus none. Is there any logic I can get out? Oh, what's this? Green signal access to interior buildings, red. Let me think. After thinking about this, the logic here is I want to say if I'm home, disable this. Unless I'm in a specific state where this is in the disabled state. Or no. Maybe it's the opposite of that, but let's just get this connected. Maybe there's supposed to be a NOT gate through that. I'll think about that in a second. But I just need to make sure there's a path. This is an OR, so I don't actually need anything more than just that. So let's click on this. So it says the green signal, restrict access to interior buildings. Which is the state it's in now. When I'm restricting it, that means I want dupes to wear the gas mask here, so I think that is a NOT gate, yeah. Alright, let's see if this logic fits. Also going to take these out. I'm going to put more than one. May only be... Actually, maybe we take 3 dupes on this mission. What do I need to do? Because I'm not going to have some carbon monoxide. Of course, now that I should have a lot of the work done already, because I think I got the rovers to build a gas pipe going down. I think there's even power. I just need to build the actual pump. Nah, 2 dupes are going to be fine. I do want to put in more of these. Just because I was having issues reloading this, and I don't want to see that happen again. Check to make sure this is nice and cool still. Excellent. Double check that we actually have oxygen going through there. We do. That's good. Power as well. Yep. Okay, so with that logic connected, it's basically... Wait a minute. Maybe I don't want a NOT gate here. I think I'm misunderstanding this. It's currently in the unrestricted state, which is false. Okay, yeah, no, I did want a NOT. Okay, I'll take that out then. Connect this. It's freaking out until this NOT gate goes away. Okay, so basically, if I'm home, or if I'm in the closed state of the rocket, meaning there is automation controlled. Oh no, that's an input. Oh, I am. That's an input. No, that's... okay, okay. No, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Forget all that. Forget all that. Let's just work based on this, I guess. Alright. Some more work to be done, I think, around this area. But you know what? For now, let's just get going. We will get... I want this battery when we arrive on the other world, so why don't we just fly with it? I will board the crew. We are going to be going to get some natural gas. And we can leave as soon as everyone is on board. There's Baker. Let's just make sure that... Okay, get astronaut on board. We're going to take off. I'm going to look inside the rocket to see if they're actually wearing their Atmo suits still or not. One is and one isn't. That's funny. Alright, let's deliver. I'm going to deliver this. And my thinking is some of the issues I've had was these not being restocked. If there's more than one, they're less likely to be trapped. We'll see how that logic fits. As we go, the dupes are going to be there in 0.3 cycles. So this pip has planted something right there. I wouldn't mind splitting this. I don't know if you can move like a certain number over. The only way I know to do this is put a ration box and ask for a certain amount to be brought there. So with this ration box, let's select some sleet wheat. I'll start with 10 pieces. Do that here. What do I, got 9, 10, 11. How much do I have to take? Yeah, let's take 11 then. Then with 11 pieces sitting here, I'll just dump it on the floor and see if the pip plants something right here. Oh, another one. We're making progress. Gonna get rid of these doors and move a few of these guys down to help grow some bristle blossoms. I've been looking for seeds, so hopefully you guys will help with that process. And to, how about a third, since I've got so many. See these guys just about to land in this world filled with natural gas. And why can I not, hopefully I'll be able to, just simply, okay, make sure that this door is allowing dupes through. Let's also make sure that I didn't screw the logic up since, without them putting atmo suits. Okay, perfect, good, good, good. They're able to get out. I mean, I could put a pump right here, actually. But I want to filter a process to make sure we just get natural gas. So we'll go up. Oh, I already have the pipeline there, but we'll go up here. We're going to put a sensor. We're going to put gas shut off right up there. Connect logic between the two. Now, we have a transformer we're doing everything off of. Excellent. So, if we don't have natural gas, we'll just leak whatever it is out in space. Let's say, make... Instead of making a tile, actually, I'll just reuse what we've got here. Disconnect that, and leak this right here. I need to keep these guys busy. I think I will start on the biggest research project I've had so far, which is going after this, the research reactor. Probably not going to be getting to that in this episode, but at least start the research project for that since it takes a good while to complete. Scientists are already starting on that. Fantastic. I'll get the dupes to help mop up so they don't have to stand in water the whole time. Maybe I should go around, look to see if we've got any other liquid lying around. I think we're okay. On to the next. And what about you down here? Oh, fantastic. On to the next. Let's go back. A little bit of construction left to be done here. So I can put a pump in a couple different places. What do we have? More copper here than anything else, so I'll put copper there. Connect that in. Now, should I put any logic around this? Maybe if it gets really thin, I don't want the pump to run. I don't pump. You know what? Let's do that later. Let's just get the pump going, and then I'll put some optimizations after the fact. But I don't want things to run until I'm kind of done everything. How is this all gonna work? I'm pretty sure This is set up, Morpheus is set up just to take gas and put it into that storage area. Let's just double check. Gonna get that to be sent here. Yep, pretty much. That should work. Oh, wrong place. There we go. So all I need to do is just send this out. I'll connect it once I actually have the appropriate setting in place. I had to dupe that just me. Ah, I know what it is. Okay, now we're back to this setting here. Forgot that. So that means when that dupe arrives back, they're going to make a mess here when they take their suit off. Oh, they might not until the end of the day. Well, fantastic. I'll just have to check on that. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's go on. So you're going to take your suit off and... Oh no. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. So... Let me think about this. Okay, now that I realize this has an input to logic, I'm going to just basically retrace the line I had before, but basically, if I'm anywhere, okay, let's check on this. If I'm home, then I want this disabled. I get that set through a NOT gate, don't I? Yeah. Turn this off, and then turn this off. Actually, hold on. Maybe it makes more sense just putting the... Or maybe there's not enough space. Oh no, there should be. I'm going to put this right there. Just to save the wiring going all the way around the rocket. Just notice my pip stable is short, so we will go wrangle a few of these guys. Oh, pause that while I do this. You're on the move. I will wrangle you. What about this stable? Oh, we are short pips. I have to decide between pips being here and pips being restocked. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Oh, no. No. Okay, this is a mess. Let's destroy that thing. We even have some eggs. Oh, no. Alright, well, at least this wasn't too long such that we lost all our pips. That could have been an absolute disaster. Since we have some eggs anyways. Might as well make some omelets. Note to self, I should have used this guy here. And there could be a chance someone's going to make a comment suggesting that if you do, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm going to use this from now on if I remember. So many random things to remember in this game. It's hard to get them all straight, but there it is. You do not want to do what I did just there. Put eggs in bins, in case you might forget, because it's so easy to forget. So many details that are in this game. Absolutely incredible. Alright, let's keep going. Check over here, check there. And then let's go, and then multitasking just goes nuts, because now we have this asteroid. I've got to make sure that the natural gas is actually natural gas on the rocket, otherwise that'll be a mess. So let's watch this take place. So that's the first pieces. Oh, hold on. I see that the dupes didn't actually build this. Now is that because they can't get there? Maybe because they need a ladder to get to it. So many things. Alright, we can destroy that, but let's make this a priority. speaking of remembering things to do in this game, Morpheus has 80,000 calories, but no way to get it to the dupes because I forget. You can automate things, but you can't automate everything, at least not as I see it. Let's up the priority of this fridge just a little bit more. There we go. Dupes, I'm so sorry. You now have some food to be able to eat. Astronaut is happily running towards that. I assume Baker is also hungry, so there is some food. Baker, where are you? You're probably running towards the rockets. As we speak, yes. They are somewhat predictable. I say that at certain times, at other times I'm not so sure, but when they're hungry, they grab food if they have access to it. If I want it to be risky, I could start onboarding some of this gas right now. Because what's going to happen if this ends up not seeing something, this is going to shut off, and it just because that has somewhere's to vent, it should stop. I got that set as a priority 9. I think we're okay. Wait a minute. Oh, yep. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. The first pieces of natural gas going. I've done many setups like this, and you think, oh yeah, you're going to get 100% natural gas, and at some point, there's a surprise. There's always a surprise in this game. Just don't be surprised when you're surprised. Okay, let's make a ladder, because I can see the dupes can't get over here. There's some oxygen that could play havoc here. So I'm going to be watching this closely. As I'm watching those eggs on the floor, they'll be brought here if I actually ask them to be. See, I'll just add some other stuff. Omelets, raw egg, raw shellfish, swamp shards if you've got it. And then barbecue meat. That is fine because the only other place barbecue meat is gonna be is in this area here. And they shouldn't be pulling it out of that. Well, they can't access it anyway. Alright, watching this again very closely. Let's make sure. Oh, in fact. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so because the old setup this was carbon dioxide, and I want to take that carbon dioxide and send it out. Well, I don't want to do this in this case. I want to store it here. Oh my goodness, there's just so much always going on. I often play more the first 100 cycles over and over because it just gets to be so much. But we're going to endeavor to continue on. So at some point, I should see this starting to back up. Oh, there it is. And we've got natural gas being brought onto the rockets. That is good news. I'll go ahead and... let's see, this little bit is built now. Okay, fantastic. Oh, I have gold amalgam. Actually, I have steel. I'm going to choose steel, actually. Since this area down here will get a little bit warmer. But this is where most of the gas is going to be. Make this out of copper. Put that in like that. Then, while we're waiting for this to load, think to myself, what are the goals, or what could I do with the rest of the time? I could open up this area for more natural gas. Or I could start to collect some of the stuff. Iron would be one particular thing I wouldn't mind having more of. So let's do that. I could go after more lead. if there is any other little sections with it. So yeah, I'll explore around. Let's see, do I... Oh, there's some lead. Have to cut through some diamond to get it. Get after more lead, I'm pretty sure. We'll get some fossil as well. At least keep the dupes with something to do while we're waiting for this. Oh yeah, I forget pumps, gas pumps don't fill the pipe, as it were, unless you have two. And since this is where most of the gas is, why don't we put a second one, maybe in the lower area, and we will converge right here. Am I asking for too much power to be on one thing? I think we should be fine. No, just 2 or 3 pumps. What is over here? Oh, that's old. Do I want any more crude oil? I mean, we're here. I'll probably want it some point. I just don't know when. No. That's not right. That's not right. Stop. I will, if I raise my rocket, though, that's going to change the port. Let's produce water. Crude oil. Since we're here. We still have a problem here. The pip eggs have not made it over. We also... we have Sweetle eggs that are in there too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's try this new strategy of using this to get them out. Also, figure... it's probably a setting with this. If this is below 10... Okay, so this should be fishing out some pip eggs. There we go. There we go. And actually, you know what? How many eggs are there? Yeah, let me just do a mass select with this, just to be safe. For the Sweetle eggs. So we've got some pip eggs making its way in. So that's going to be what I'm going to use to restock these guys. So we're going to be a little bit low with pips, but not completely out. Now I don't have care packages, so if I mess something up, I could be without a critter, as far as I know, forever. See this fridge filling up too much. Would it be a bad thing to say anything is edible brought in there? I don't think so. So many little details like this to stay on top of. Otherwise food will go bad. You might run out of critters. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. I want to select the Sweetle. Pause it here for a second. Sweetle. And the Grub. I'm going to make this a priority, but only sweeping. That way, if I click on this, I know I'm going to get all the Sweetle eggs to be brought. Oh, you're going to do it for us. Yeah, actually, you will, won't you? I was figuring Dupas can do that. And they're not going to stay in a bin, because I have no chance of forgetting about it. So I'm going to disable that, but you know what? No, please. Okay, so all the Sweetle eggs are out, and I might even build an incubator just to push them through. Gonna design an incubator area, which I have not had one on base for a good while. This is gonna be put, let's see, right there. I think I still want to control access. It's been a while since I've used this machine. Let's put that right there. How about... Technically, I can get some space above us. We will put in a connection to some power. Go right into that. Let's also give us some light. Oh, wait for that to be destroyed first, but I want this to be done quickly. Actually, the dupes don't have a whole lot to do. Let's go check on while that construction's going on. Over here. So we've got natural gas. 2 pumps should be going. There we are. That's what I'm expecting to see. That's just going to allow us to load a little bit quicker. Just give these guys some commands so they don't stay idle over here. Oh, they didn't actually get over here. What happened? Okay, that takes care of that. Little piece of iron. Need a ladder. Another rover. Or 2. We haven't explored over here. What's the best way to get there? Let's just go through here. Boom. Just in case someone gets trapped. I'm just wondering if I want to have that drop down area. And maybe I do. So I'll have one spot where certain dupes or even rovers can drop off eggs, and then a specialized dupe for the incubator. So let's change this plan just a little bit. I was about to put my incubator on the far left side, and I realized I may not want to do that because of the radiation from this, so maybe we'll put it right here, so that's going to be just... Oh, I can keep this with the radiation view, good. It's going to be right like that. I'll even put a wall up there. Don't worry about that, dupes. Okay, so I want the same setup I typically do with the incubator. We will have a drop-off area that I think it benefits if that's raised. Like this. Okay, so have a drop-off right there for eggs. Specific types of eggs. Oh yeah, I need that. Okay, I've got stuff in the way. Maybe I'll put the door... Gonna have to have logic to move the dupe away again. Do that right there. I'll use this machine to do that. Another one of these guys. Technically, there's nothing wrong with that. But I can see anyway. Okay, so this is going to turn this guy off. We'll have a light source. Before we go too far with this whole thing, let's check on these guys. Check inside the rocket. We've got natural gas building up. Awesome. What about... Oh yeah, we were exploring down here. I'm just curious what we have. Oh, here's some iron. Okay, awesome. Score. Look at that. Inside the rocket. I'm going to start to collect some iron. That doesn't need to be a 7 right now. That's not swept. Only copy. That's on both. Maybe I will add fossil as well. That should keep the dupes busy. Let's check on the pips. Another one. What about this one over here? We have no pip. How about you move? Oh, you're not in great condition. I'll get you down there anyway. Move you as well. What are you doing there? Just need to bring in some power now. Go up like this and over. And we'll give light access to whoever's, where do I go with, oh, let's feed into this transformer, I guess. Make that a priority lower. And we have a trapped dupe. How do... Okay, there they are. They are good now. Got bleach stone on the ground. I don't know if I have a storage area for that. So I'll find out soon. If not... But we just... bring that... Oh, that's right. I forgot to produce my crude oil. Throw that down here if we can. Okay. So the crude oil, yeah. That is starting to drain now. Technically, I don't need that, and I'll rebuild the pump here. Realizing I've got to be careful, though. Because I don't want to have water. You know what? I'm just going to cut this. Minor detail, but we've got data banks there. I'm not super concerned, but I'll just add it to the list if the dupes have some extra time. I am liking this change. So this is my food sitting here, and it's in a cold area. I noticed this guy runs a little bit less, and all I need to do is when I'm not using the rocket, I'll just have to remember to remove this food, otherwise it'll slowly go bad. Going over to check on my pips, because they may have made some progress. They have. Awesome. Did I ever get a pip in here? There we did, too. And let's just check. We still have some sleet wheat to go. I'm going to get the standard setups. Basically, no one can go in here except for Rancher. And Rancher, you are not allowed to go in here. And I'm going to say the Sweetle eggs. Anytime anyone sees them, high priority. Let's drop them off here. Digging out some of the iron ore at the bottom of this base. Forgot rovers are going nuts here because they are picking up eggs in a cycle. So I'm going to put a fire pole right here. This might be an over-response to having the Sweetle eggs in the wrong place, but I'm just going to incubate a few of these. Just because I really want to make sure I maintain my natural population of wild sleet wheat. So that is Wolbite. We'll go on to the next. Brought the grub eggs in here as well, so we'll do that. I think there's 4 of each. About to have some meteor showers, so we'll close these doors. We already have one piece here that needs to be cleaned up and some damage. Also replace some of this with bunker tiles in time. Let's bring in water again. It's going to go towards our oil well. Produce a little bit more crude oil in case I want that in the future. Makes sense, Sleet Wheat being a really cold plant, it grows very, very, very slow. So the first pieces here are just at 11%. Where are we further down? Then we've got 9. And then, of course, 4. And these ones were just planted. So we're starting on radiation refinement itself. So that will be ready for a future episode on experimenting with the research reactor and producing more rad bolts and heat. Because there's going to be lots of heat from that setup once we get to that point. Oh, rancher. Okay, let's get some grubs. I see there. Don't plan on running this room for very long, by the way. So all those eggs have been incubated. I forgot how tiring that is. Unless someone tells me there's some sort of point to doing this wild critters, I think I'm going to keep it at that. I'm just a little bit worried about the fact that these guys have been through so much. They've been doing some space travel, where I had difficulty getting them off the rockets. And some of their eggs were put in the wrong place. I noticed there is another thimbleweed seed. Let's move that in here with a pip. I wonder if I should do some pip egg. You know what? Nah. Let's just let them repopulate themselves slowly over time, because as long as these guys are happy, this is where my food is coming from. I wouldn't be really worried and get the incubator out for okay, that's interesting. Okay, so these guys are not fed enough. How much polluted water do I have? Not a lot. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a concern. Okay. Gross. You know what? What to do. Panic. No. I think what I should do is make... Well, I have 200,000 calories. Barbecue meat. Do I have enough other critters? My pip stable is going to take a bit of a hit in meat production just because they're back up to 8, though. These guys are missing 4. Eventually, I'm going to have stables there. These guys will naturally produce meat, but over a slow period and a very limited amount because they don't produce more than 1 egg, I think, in their life. Do I need to do something about the fact that these guys are not finding enough food? Probably because of this. And that's due to the fact that I only have 8 dupes to produce. Waste. See, this pump is going to start taking in some non-hydrogen, natural gas. So I'm going to put this with some logic. We are going to look for some gas. Is lead going to be fine here? Let's make the side of steel just in case. I'll put that. I do have some filtering, so I don't mind necessarily doing this, I think. And I'll put that with the filter. And we will connect some logic together. I am checking if any of these asteroids have a polluted water source. Not here. Not here. Oh boy, not here. I can make polluted water with the carbon skimmer. I've got tons of carbon dioxide. Never thought I would have to... Just curious, actually, what temperature we've got. Comfortable temperature Water is not the issue we are having. So I took a little walk to figure out where I should go from now. And I came back and looked at these and then realized, oh my goodness, they're cramped. And then I realized, oh, that's just because we've got an egg piling through. So I thought, you know what? Let's try to minimize the amount of time that eggs spend in the rail. Because being in a rail versus... Oh, actually, just give this a second. You should now see... Yeah, there we are. These guys are not crammed anymore. So it's a minor optimization, but I'm going to make... First of all, this go up like that. And this guy will go across like that. The other thing I was thinking the whole time, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a stable, so I've got these critters here and they're hungry despite the fact that I'm growing this. So what I thought I'd do, I'll just expand over here. I can't put some wild plants down here because these wild ones are going to get away if I work with pips. But I could do that over here. But even with, I've got all these wild plants growing, plus 2 of my own, and there's still at least 2 critters that are not happy with the amount of food in here. So I'm thinking there's limited value of doing that. I might abandon this stable altogether. But I don't want my dupes to go off barbecue meat because that could have effect on their morale. Actually, there is a lot of probably skills I could give to them if I keep them eating barbecue meat. And that has me a bit worried overall. So here's the plan after realizing that maybe pinch of pepper plants isn't the best food source, given the fact I've got no polluted water, or limited polluted water that's being generated. I'm going to quickly, first of all, make a second glossy Draco stable here. We're going to shut this area down. I'm going to grow at least 2 more of these just so I can make sure I have a full stable that's actually full. And not only that, so that's the priority action. But where is this floating? I want to make a stable for you guys, puffs. But I need some polluted water. And I thought, well, if I'm thinking that these guys are going to guzzle polluted water. So I could use a carbon skimmer for that. But I'm thinking these guys, the puffs, if I put some polluted water in here, they'll be able to consume that over a longer period of time. And essentially, I won't need as much polluted water, given the fact that I've got to go through an industrial process to set this up. So, with all that being said, let's start this design. I'm going to watch this. I might need to remove these guys, actually. I'll put one of you up here. Oh, wait a minute. What about the Sleet Wheat? I'm just gonna check to see. They have livable range of -30 to 70. So that, let's make sure it's not below -30, otherwise that's not gonna work. Yep, that should be fine. I'm just not 100% sure what... let's see, where did he go again? What's the difference between livable and comfort range? Did a little research between comfort and livable ranges of wild critters, and I have not found a conclusive answer of whether it makes a difference or not. So just out of abundance of caution, whoops. I am going to not put them down to the Sleet Wheat area, but I do want to get them out of here, so I guess we will drop them in with the lettuce. I already have one glossy here, that's awesome. And I've got a lot of construction to do, so I think it's time to get some rovers. Long time ago, I got scientists to specialize on all the research and sent everyone down. I'm going to go back to the thing of getting everyone to do an average amount of research, which is probably going to up their priority, since that's a higher thing that most of them do. Just so I can get some dupes doing some of the basic research while scientist does more complex stuff. Going to indicate that I want some glossy side Dracos to be dropped off here. I will also put in automation to detect critter counts to that far corner right there. We will bring in automation line right to this. To make our way in like that. And we are going to have 8. Be very excited if I can get extra thimbleweed in here so I can get new staples for these guys. So I see an extra seed, so I'm going to put a pip back in the room. Second time running a set of eggs through, doing the grub eggs first. To get this area filled up, and just before this line goes in, I'm going to temporarily up this value. Make that 9. What that's going to do, it's going to send a true signal. And I should get some of these guys located over here, and that would make me feel much more comfortable with the meat production. Now, once I get Sleet Wheat growing, we're at our final piece here. And our final piece over here, awesome. This is good. This is very good. But once I get that, and the natural gas, I'm going to be able to get a lot more food per meat if I go to Frost Burgers. And that's very much what I'm considering doing. Let's look at our natural gas situation. There's still lots of it to be taken up. Let's see, maybe I'll do search here for natural gas. And we'll set that for just a second, and set that to 120. Maybe I should have even brought in a new pump for later on. I guess there's no risk in hooking multiple pumps up because one's going to shut off once there's only so much natural gas in there. Okay, so there's that. Are we producing that crude oil? We are. A little bit of crude oil is being produced. What about materials? Is that making its way into the rocket? Yep, we're starting. We got some iron, databanks, fossil, lead. I'll go around, just make sure these dupes have some things to do. If they poke into this area, there's going to be some more lead that we'll have access to. Should I be concerned about this plant? I don't think so, because they are only happy in carbon dioxide. I'm pretty certain then, if I'll make that a high priority, I'll take that out. We'll be okay, right? Right. Other than that, let's look down here. Still collecting some iron. So yeah, there should be lots of work for the dupes to do at this point. So I want to have lots of polluted oxygen right here, and I don't want that to spill around the base. So we'll get this liquid air lock that I'm going to start filling pretty soon. We also have this guy. We're going to dump some carbon... Oh, engineer, really? Okay, well, we'll have to reform this. Just making sure this was sealed without any dupes down here. Nearly forgot. Don't just need a stable. I also want a process to collect eggs. Put this in here and one right there. Standard conveyor loaders. Wait, wait a minute. So this one will access this, but I don't think these guys share this. Well, unless maybe I could get away with moving that over. Hold on, let's see. So I need to cover the light. This guy needs to cover there. Oh, wait a minute. No, we were fine. We were fine. Put that right there so he can access it. He can access it. Okay. We just then need a conveyor line that goes from here, keeping it out of the stable as much as possible. Send that up here again, out of the stable. Across like that. Let's start the connection up with this guy. First of all, we are going to need some power. We will need some water. Where is the closest water line? But we just connect in here. Pretty sure this line here... Oh, it's not even be used. Why bother going like that when we can just reuse that bit? Actually, hold on. Yeah, we'll do that. Cut there, cut there. So this will supply the carbon skimmer with some water. We just need carbon dioxide, and we've got plenty of that. My thinking is we'll create a door. We will push in carbon dioxide. I think there's a reason for using the high pressure. Carbon dioxide line is right along there. So that's going to be pretty easy. Maybe I should have gone down like that. Once this all runs, then this guy, carbon skimmer, is going to produce polluted water. I'm going to start to load that into these two guys. I see some automation. I'm building a lot more things out of automation, so let's have a look. Is there any dupes that looks like chef? Let's give you that ability. Now we really do have to keep up with our meat production, in my mind. Rancher, Rancher already has it. That's right. That's cool. Cleaner. I'm gonna give you're one of the more newer dupes. We'll give you that. Definitely should have been staying up on this. Yeah, we'll work towards mechatronics, I think, for you as well. So chef now has that. Veterinarian. Do I risk? Let's go for it. We'll see what happens. I could always do skill scrubbing if I had to. Alright, let's engineer already has that. Okay, let's see if that increases the building of all this automation we're trying to do. Ooh, I see a grub wormling. Let's move them up here. Going to move these two pips over here. 1 and 2. I think I had just the right amount of sleet wheat that was used, but I see 4 grains. Where are we with sleet wheat? 16%. I'm wondering, do I have any fertilizer? I might make a farm, actually. We've got 175 kilograms. I can possibly bring some from the other world. Maybe I should do that with the remaining sleet wheat instead of putting it in the ground over there, just to produce more seeds a little bit quicker. This is what I plan on doing. I want to make this type of farm tile, because I don't want to have to try to go into the business pumping water. And this is going to be a very temporary solution to like probably just one round of sleet wheat will be enough for each of these. I want to make sure I've got the farming station. We'll put that right there. Got the farm tile going in here. Going to indicate that I want sleet wheat to be planted. So let's attend to that at high priority. Continue that right there. See, these pumps aren't even taking in any natural gas, so how about we stop that? And also make sure that we are, in fact, filtering correctly. Okay, that is good. Still a decent amount of natural gas up here. Might want to leave soon. Even though I don't, I still have lots of natural gas. I wouldn't mind taking some crude oil with us. So why don't we make a separate dedicated line for taking this back and towards the rockets. Connect into there. Get a bridge to jump over the water. And then we have to go back to the plan of having some liquid storage. So we'll build that. It's gonna bump up our gas. Let's make that the highest priority thing that gets built. So that reestablishes that. And then let's make sure our crude line... Oh, right, that... Oh, yeah, that goes into the sky. Okay. So carbon skimmer has started. That is bringing some polluted water in here. Once I destroy these, that's going to make some polluted air, which the puff can breathe. And we've got carbon dioxide, we've got water going in. That, plus a little bit of power, is that polluted water. For that process, we've got some automation. Oh, speaking of which, I need to... Oh, forget power as well. Okay, let's get that connected. 1 and 2. And this guy needs powered as well. Any eggs? I don't see any eggs. We're good for the moment. But I want to click on this and hit copy. Like that. We won't actually get crude oil selected unless I click on this. So that will start the onboarding process for the crude oil. Let's look on this. I've got more natural gas pushing in there. I've got more room for bins. Start loading stuff. Nuclear waste for some reason. Looks like we've got more construction. It'd be nice to have a rover, but I didn't bring carbon dioxide with us this time. I plan on bringing a slicker or two back home with us. And if I'm going to do that, we should prepare a spot for them to be able to enjoy. I'm going to do that right here. This is going to be a very hot zone that they're going to be living in, so we will add, start in with some insulation. I'll start building the far left, that way I don't have radiant heat to worry about on this side of things. I will want to get this salt water out of the way, so let's build a place down for that to drain out. I also see that dupes don't have Atmos suits in this zone. Not a problem, not a huge issue right now. They're going to get wet and all, but if this is going to, in fact, be a really hot area for those slickers, I need to think about how I could actually make a door like here maybe, but I also need a liquid airlock. Maybe a double liquid airlock actually with vacuum in between, just to prevent that heat from escaping. It's going to be in there. Going to see about putting a door right here with a ladder going up. Put it like that. Just gotta be careful about when it's actually connected. So I don't want Atmos suits to be worn in the main part of the base. Let's check on these guys. See if that pump or pipe was built. It's not running. Is there a small piece in the end there that... okay, fine, fair enough. Oh, that's it? Okay, it is starting to load. Okay, that is good. Let's check on that Sleet Wheat to make sure that's actually happy. I haven't looked down at that. Oh, we don't have anyone with a farming skill. Yeah, I guess we don't. Who should I give that to? Not you. Chef gets crop tending. We've got Sleet Wheat growing 3%. It's behind these guys, but it will catch up and surpass it in time, especially if I get this operating all up that. I am going to make a barrier right here. And I'll put a door right here. Get rid of that. Make this priority, at least one of the tiles. There we go. And is there any reason for this? Oh, yes, there is. That's right. That's part of the scientific equipment laboratory. Not seeing Chef here, so I might tell them their farming priority is the highest. There we go. So Chef's using the farming station now. That should lead towards them farming, or yeah, tending to one of these guys. There we are. So that's going to increase the speed of this growing. So we'll just get that Sleet Wheat a little bit earlier. Otherwise. So currently that's 7%. That will probably surpass even the one's 18% that is the first one that was planted on this asteroid. Crude oil is filling up in here. I think I wouldn't mind taking off after loading in. Oh, are you sleeping in that bed, really? Let's get rid of that. Rather you sleep on the rocket. So it's very thin down here. I think it's pointless to try to have that run for the moment. If the dupes have any extra time, how about they open up this whole area a little bit to allow gases to flow through? I don't have scientists here, so I can't analyze, but it's alright. Ladder so that we can get across that way. This is where I plan to put the slickers. I'm going to have a similar setup here. I've got to be careful of what material I build certain things out of. This guy in particular. It's going to be very hot areas. We're out of steel. Alright, well I guess we're going to produce some steel. Ask for 20 or so pieces. And how are we for some iron as well? Check the overall temperature of the base. Still pretty warm around this area. I never did put any temperature, hold on, what's... This looks wrong, but actually it's right, so that's okay. But yeah, I didn't actually have this. These guys are producing heat 30 or so degrees, so I'm not going to worry about it at the moment, but it's something to make note of for the future. We are pretty much full, or looks like. Maybe just a little bit more to go. So I'm going to start onboarding a few slickers here. Make this happen. Choose that. Just need to go over. There's one. Let's take... I'm thinking two. With, take two with us. Astronaut is going down to do some critter wrangling there. Might, now that I've got liquid airlock right here. Oh, we've got a mix of brine and water in there. Wondering if that's gonna... How much brine? That should be okay. Let's stop sending liquid in here. Cut it from there. I'm gonna start pumping out gas. Let's see, I'll put one here, I'll put one way over here. We'll send that up here. Do the same thing up here. Just so we can make this a pure polluted air area. Let's see, I've got to be careful about what I connect. How many things are in this on this one line? Why don't I use the arcade line? I don't even know that the dupes are using the arcade that much. Connect to one and two pumps with a connector there. Connector there. Did we get those guys on the rocket? Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about bringing them home too early. How long will it take to both... No, it shouldn't take too long at all. It's just a tiny little area with more rovers. Maybe it'll be non-issue. That's the hope anyways. Because I don't want to have those slickers arrive and not be able to get a suitable area for them. This bar really shows up full well before it actually is, doesn't it? I still have a lot more crude oil that seems to be making its way in. What is the maximum? I'm assuming it's 10 tons. Overheat metal refinery. Maybe it says here. Oh, okay, 9 tons. We currently are at 8.6. There is one of the slickers on board. Probably no point mopping that up unless I have a place I'm actually having it dumped. Or could just click on this and just move it somewhere's out here. Why don't we change this door to a little bit faster door? I actually never thought about that until just now. That will require wiring. Not sure what side. Let's do both. Nice airlock going in soon. So I guess we didn't. Let's see. Mechanized airlock quickly now. I think I'm gonna take this egg on board. Idea here. Oh, it's just curious. Not that it really matters with Atmos suits whether that escaped or caused any issue. No. So we're gonna bring this on board just before we leave. My thinking is this egg will take a little bit to become a critter, so it's gonna give me a little bit more time just in case things don't go well for this guy. So let's move that there at the highest priority. Some construction going on, so I'm going to build again everything out of... Okay, didn't do that yet, so let's steal the one I need for this. Okay, so this is going to be the door that opens or closes. We're going to put some mesh tiles. This is where the actual critters are going to be. This will have a stable for them. We'll have a light source. Put that right about there. I need a dupe sensor. Gonna make that. Don't know that I need steel necessarily, but certainly not lead. Get that out of gold amalgam. With that egg on board, and we've got plenty of lead, iron, fossil, and natural gas sitting right here. Where are we with that? Over 1,000 per tile. Amazing. I say we are ready to go. Let's see, we've got this door here. We've got everything sealed off, so we're not leaking natural gas. So for the next time this guy decides to operate, he can have more area to send. I think we will give the command to crew. Change the destination to go back home, and we are off. Oh, we have enough fuel to get back. That's right. I forget normally I bring carbon dioxide with us. Are we waiting for another dupe? It says cargo module fuel. Hold on. How about we? What if things would things change if we got rid of the battery module? Okay, so making our rockets a little bit smaller. Can we get there? Acknowledged warnings, crew. Reachable module. Fuel rocket can only go one way. That's fine. Okay, there we are. A little bit of confusion there, but yeah, I think it was just indicating that you can get to where you're going, but you don't have enough fuel to get back. That's entirely fine because this is our home world. Alright, they're going to be back in 0.3 cycles. I think that is it for today. Next episode, I'll be putting together this stable. Hopefully, this stable here. Just a little bit more construction needed to run that. Power is... Oh, hold on. We need this little guy right there. Alright, thanks for watching. Hopefully, I will see you next time where I'll keep expanding this asteroid. Till then. Just a little bonus here. I can see that our carbon dioxide line is not exactly all that pure. We had some hydrogen down there. Still been trying to pump this out. Anyway, something to take care of another day.